shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Kings shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. We've got Danny Granger, Beasley out there with McDermott. Then there's Smart, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now Harris, following the miss by Granger from deep. Nelson with it, lets the 3 fly. The shot misses.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here's Granger. A stupendous finish in traffic. Granger's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Kings. Harris against Granger. Beasley with the steal. Now here's Cauley Stein. Guarded closely. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Harris. Puts up a 3. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists tonight. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Smart kicks to Beasley for the 3. Here's Cauley Stein. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right, once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Now here's Beasley. Granger left side. Fader on the way. Hits the front of the rim and out.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
He kicks to McDermott. Connects from three-point range. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now, here is Nelson. Not a lot of room. And another miss by Denver.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one. A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Now here is Harris. And stolen by Granger. And here's a fast break. Granger leading the way. And finished off by McDermott.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
So it's Denver now, after the Kings pick up 2. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Nelson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
The pass to Arthur. To the middle. Knocked away. And now Granger pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And slam dunk by Smart.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
And, guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster, so that one team was the Grizzlies. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Harris. Michael Beasley missing on the three. Three-pointer, Nelson, and it's good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about it is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Granger drives in.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward. What a great game for Granger in this one. He's got 8 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jarrell Arthur. Harris passes to Nelson. For three. Good. Nelson's got 6 in the quarter. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Randall dishes to McLemore. Randall a screen on Harris. There's McLemore.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Back to Nelson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Jokic. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound. Laverne. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now here's McLemore, guarded by Harris. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 25 points.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Embiid sets the pick for McLemore. That's good. McLemore's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Nelson kicks to Laverne. He feeds it to Chandler. It's stolen by Randall. And here we go with Kid Gilchrist heading to the hoop. Oh! Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Here's Nelson after the Kings pick up 2.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Denver's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. There's the pick. Feeds to Chandler. Can't get it to go. So the Kings will take it the other way. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
And he gets it to go. 11 points for Ben McLemore.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Now, here is Nelson. Here's Laverne. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Russell. It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Harris has got the ball. Lets it fly from 18. Sacramento grabs the miss. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Barton comes in for Harris. Here's Russell. Again, Russell missing. The Nuggets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Nelson with it, picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Chandler with a screen for Nelson. The feed to Chandler for the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
They shoot again and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Russell, no luck.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Nelson, right side, fires the 3, and he gets it to go. Nelson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And it's Russell missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Sacramento.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Embiid. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Martin, good, and a nice assist from Nelson.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Nelson against Russell. Pulls up on the wing. No good. So it's the Kings winning this one easily.